Nigeria, Georgia, and Qatar. We're into health and safety, consultancy, training, and that's all.
No food for lazy man. Paddy, double your work. Anything where you want to.
Yes, I'm Premium Global Safety Consultant, like I said earlier. It's a consultancy organization. We have some other divisions anyway, but Premium Global Safety Consultant. First of all, I would like to say we are into construction consultancy. We are also into oil and gas consultancy, and also we are into transportation consultancy, road consultancy. And we got this idea. I personally got this idea when I was in Qatar. I lived in Qatar for over 6 years, and the inspiration came when I was working offshore, and I got some ideas, and I started writing down my ideas. Now, what I am and where we are right now didn't start from just now. It started from 3 years or 4 years back. We've been writing dreams, we've been writing visions, we've been writing whatever we want to become. Now, I got this idea when I was in offshore, and I saw a lot of injuries, accidents, near misses, if you understand what near misses are. And I decided to write this down. I decided to say, I thought within me that there are other people in some part of the world who do not have this opportunity, and they require this opportunity. Why don't I find somewhere? I first thought about moving back to Nigeria, back home, and there were a lot of challenges. Returning back to Nigeria, I thought that I was going to face a lot of challenges, which I actually did. I faced some challenges, though my company is registered. The Premium Global Safety Consultant is registered in Nigeria, but I came to Georgia, and I discovered that there are less or no safety workers, safety knowledge, health and safety knowledge, and I decided to do something here. This is what inspired. Yeah, first again, I will say I'm a consultant. I'm an instructor, health and safety instructor in Nigeria. I work for Reach International. I work for Salus Factor here in Georgia. I'm a member of Georgia Health and Safety Association, as well as instructor in Premium Global Safety Consultant, and I'm also a director here. Yeah, we do local and we do international, wherever you want us. And we're actually spreading far and wide, and we don't even know where we're going to go to, but where we're going to get to rather. But I believe we have a long way to go, and this is because we have a lot of people out there that still really need this idea of health and safety, and we look forward to keep
No food for lazy man.
Yes, first of all, the level of understanding of health and safety. When I first arrived into this country, Georgia, and the language was a barrier, and I decided to learn some basics to carry out here and carry them along to make sure that yes, we are on the same page. These are my challenges. And also, when I first started, when Premium Global Safety Consultant started, we faced a lot of challenges, like people understanding what safety is all about. Nobody wants to understand. Even in the construction field, they do not understand, they do not like it. But we had to start speaking with the expatriate here, the locals, and we started getting a level of understanding. And along the line, there were a lot of turned down, a lot of people turned us down. We wrote a lot of proposals, and a lot of proposals were turned down. At this stage of my life, I decided, or I almost gave up. I returned back to Qatar, and it wasn't even suitable. The story wasn't also nice. I had to come back again and face my dream, face the challenge. And I want to say these are real big hurdles in my life. And when I returned back into Georgia, I faced it squarely. I faced my challenges. I faced the difficulties, and I overcame. The biggest mistake I ever made was to let down and give up on my dream. On my dreams, I didn't want to further on my dream. I didn't want to go ahead. I stopped at a certain level. Like I mentioned, I had to return back to where I first started, and that wasn't a good one for any entrepreneur in this surface of the earth. You need to hold on to your goal, your idea. Do not give up. I almost gave up, and I'm back. Yeah, this is one of the best things I always want to talk about. Yeah, my greatest moment is establishing a company, an organization in a foreign land. That is number one. Number two, having to sit with ministers in some certain countries, speaking with them, and when they are there to entertain your ideas, and they look up to you. And I will quickly tell you about one story. I met with a certain public figure in this country, and this public figure was like, "Where have you been?" And she was actually really surprised, like, "Where have you guys been? Have you actually been operating in this country and the government doesn't know?" He had to stop this conversation. We're actually in a conference, in a meeting, and she stopped this conversation. She had to invite other inspectors, health and safety inspectors. This person I'm talking about is the Minister of Labor, Health and Social Affairs of this country. She had to stop this conference, invited other inspectors, and we got a lot of ovations. We were introduced to other bodies. We started moving forward, and from there we started receiving calls from around the world. We were endorsed as a legal consultant in this country. We've been given trainings all around to private organizations and public organizations, and these are greatest success. Why I will call this a success is because this all started from just a little idea with A or a letter B, and I didn't stop here. I moved on from there, and I can start writing script and script and script. When I look back and I saw what I have actually written, what I have done, and the goals and what we're still going to achieve, I'm going to tell you that we're not there, but there's a big, huge success story, and I give God the glory. My role model. If I tell you, you're not going to believe. Number one, Aliko Dangote. This man, whenever I see his life and I go through his history, I read about him, I look up to him so much. Aliko Dangote started, what I actually know about Aliko Dangote Cement. Dangote Cement. But right now, there are subsidiaries of Dangote. Dangote this, Dangote that, Dangote here, Dangote there. Everyone wants to be like Dangote. But I want to tell you that Dangote didn't just start big. It started small. So I'm really moved when I think, or when people talk about, or when I read about Aliko Dangote. He's my role model. I look forward to seeing him. I look forward to sitting down with him. I look forward to sharing my idea and also getting more advice from my mentor. I look forward to him. We've got other people like Adenuga, the owner of Globalcom. These are my role model. These people, why I would say are my role model. They've got this money, they've got this idea. They are also working domestically, right, in Nigeria. Though they have other branches around Africa, but they are actually, giving employment. A lot of people look up to them. Lives are revived. A lot of people, in fact, we will say, no family or household that doesn't depend on products or certain things that comes from Aliko Dangote. Or would you want to go to Nigeria and say, I don't know about Globalcom? You understand? These are people that carries the youth along. When I went to one of the Dangote's office somewhere in Apapa, I was really shocked. Young entrepreneurs, young people working for him. These are people who would have traveled out of the country. Some of them would have earned themselves. But these are people, their means of survival, they will always mention Dangote. And this would be my dream very soon.
ọ̀rẹ́ mi tẹpá mọ́ṣẹ́ o.